Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to look at Introduction to Polynomials. So polynomials are algebraic expressions that show up all over the place in mathematics, and they're also in your physics class, for example. And today we're going to get to know the basics of polynomials, and a lot of it has to do with the language of the different things within a polynomial. So what is a polynomial? A polynomial is an algebraic expression consisting of variables and coefficients that involve only the operations of addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Also, the variables must have non-negative integer exponents. So examples of polynomials: 5, 3x, 6xy squared, negative 4z plus 3w, 7x squared plus 3x minus 1. So we notice that the integer exponents are non-negative. So just a quick recall here, x to the 0 is 1. So when there's 5 on its own like that, it's the same as 5 times 1, which is the same as 5 times x to the 0. So this is a non-negative exponent, so that's why it is allowed to be called a polynomial. Non-examples of polynomial: 1 over x, 7 square root y, negative 8 over x plus y, 5x cubed y negative 7. So here this exponent is negative, so that's why it is not a polynomial. So our first example here, we have what's called a term. So this is a first term plus a second term, like that. And so the term coefficient is the number, the digit, that appears in front of the variables. So the coefficient of the first term is 7, and the coefficient of the second term is 4. So just another example here. Coefficient here is 5, coefficient is 3, coefficient here is 6, coefficient here is minus 4, coefficient for this term is 3, 7, 3, and minus 1 are these coefficients for this polynomial. So degree. The degree of a term is the sum of the exponents of the variables within that term. So here our first term, the degree is 2, because we have 7x to the 1, y to the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So the degree of this term is 2. The degree of the second term, y to the 3, 4y to the 3, is 3. That's the exponent of the variable there. So the degree of the second term is 3. The leading coefficient is the coefficient of the term that has the highest degree. So here we have our two terms, and this one has the highest degree. So the coefficient in front of the highest degree is 4. So example 1, the leading coefficient is 4, like that. Okay, another quick definition. The degree of the polynomial is the highest degree amongst all of the terms of that polynomial. So here we have degree 2, here we have degree 3. So the degree of the whole polynomial is 3, like that. And depending on how many terms the polynomial has, there's a special name for it. So a polynomial consisting of one term is called a monomial. Consisting of two terms is a binomial. Consisting of 3 terms is a trinomial. And if there's more than that, there's no special word. We just say the word polynomial. So let's do some practice. Describe the following polynomials. Also write the polynomial in descending order. So here's our first polynomial, and let's study it right now. So there's 2 terms, 1, 2. The coefficients, 5 and 3. The degrees, 2 and 0. Remember, this is like 3x to the 0. So you can see the degree for this term is 0. The leading coefficient, 5, because that's in front of the highest degree, 5 like that. The degree of the binomial, right, 2 terms, so it's a binomial. And the degree is 2, because that's the highest degree in that polynomial. And write in descending order, so 5x squared plus 3 is already in descending order. B, 2y minus 4xyz plus 8x. So there's 3 terms, 1, 2, 3. the negative is part of the second term here. So it's like 2y plus negative 4, like that. You can think of it that way if you'd like. Coefficient, 2, negative 4, and 8. Degrees, y to the 1, so 1. 1, 1, 1, add that together, so 3. X to the 1, 1. Leading coefficient, here is a highest degree, so the coefficient in front of that highest degree is negative 4. The degree of the trinomial, 1, 2, 3 terms, so it's a trinomial. And the degree of this entire trinomial is the highest one, which is 3, like that. So we put it in descending order, negative 4xyz plus 2y plus 8x, like that. Or if you write plus 8x plus 2y, that's okay as well. Doesn't matter. What's important is that the highest degree to the lowest degree, like that. Okay, C. 9v plus 7v squared w plus 10u5 minus 21. So we have 4 terms, 1, 2, 3, 4. The coefficients, 9, 7, 10, and negative 21, like that. The degrees, 1, 2 plus 1, 3, 5, x to the 0 here, so 0, like that. So the leading coefficient is 10, right? This is the highest degree. So we got 10 as the leading coefficient. The degree of the polynomial is 5. That's the highest degree within all of the terms. And so we put it in descending order. 10u5 plus 7v squared w plus 9v minus 21, like that. Okay, time for you guys to practice. Practice 1. Describe the following polynomials. Also write the polynomial in descending order. So here are the 3 polynomials for you to describe. And just a reminder what we're looking for: terms, coefficients, degrees, leading coefficient, degree of the polynomial, type of polynomial. So go ahead and pause the video and do that. Okay, we're back. So A, first one, 3 plus 2xy, 2 terms, 1, 2. Coefficients, 3 and 2. Degrees, 0 and 2. 1 plus 1, 2. So the leading coefficient is from here, so it's 2. The degree of the binomial, 2 terms, binomial, is 2. The degree of the entire binomial is 2. That's the highest degree there. And so in descending order, 2xy plus 3 as such. B, 6z squared minus 3xy cubed plus 4x. So we got 1, 2, 3 terms like that. The coefficients, 6, minus 3, and 4. The degrees, 2, 1 plus 3, so 4, and 1, 1, like that. Therefore, the leading coefficient comes from this term, so it's negative 3, the leading coefficient. The degree of the trinomial, 3 terms, so trinomial, and the degree is 4, because that's the highest degree out of all of the terms, like that. And so we write it in descending order. Negative 3xy cubed plus 6z squared plus 4x, like that. C, 21x7 plus 9x minus 32x8 minus 7. So we have 4 terms, 1, 2, 3, 4. The coefficients, 21, 9, negative 32, negative 7. The degrees, 7, 1, 8, and 0. Leading coefficient comes from this term, so it's negative 32. The degree of the entire polynomial is 8, because that is the highest degree. So we write it in descending order. Negative 32x8, 21x7, 9x minus 7. And the type of polynomial is simply polynomial because it has 4 or more terms. And that's it. It's that easy. I'll see you guys in the next lesson.